What is up, everybody? Welcome to another Standard Wednesday. I'm your host, Sam, as always. And also, as always, if you ever want to see any of these awesome, sweet decks I play over here on SeemsGoodMagic, if you want to see them live in action, you want to help me build them, you want me to play your brew, you can always check me out over at twitch.tv/Samba49. So, now that that's all taken care of, go follow that, check me out, whatever. Here we got a sweet 5-color Reanimator deck. So this deck is kind of broken down into 4 parts. We have the 3-part Reanimator package, which is putting stuff in the graveyard, reanimating stuff, and the stuff we reanimate. And then we have the middle of the deck, which is all kind of getting us there, making us not die, things like that. So we're going to start with the stuff that doesn't have anything to do with the Reanimator package, and is just kind of in the deck to hold us over. So the big reason we're splashing white is, of course, Refurbish, but beyond Refurbish, we have 2 Anguished Unmakings and 2 Nahiris. Now, Nahiris help us with the Reanimator package, right? It's good that we have a Reanimator combo and we have Nahiri, right? Because this way when Nahiri ultimates, we have something great to go get. But also, Nahiri can let you discard. So Nahiri discard stuff, it goes and gets big things, and it also kills opponents' marvels, kills their creatures, let it survive longer. So Nahiri is really an all-star in this deck. Now, Anguished Unmaking is great. Not only can you get it with Torrential Gearhulk, but you can also kill opponents' marvels, kill opponents' creatures, kill opponents' planeswalkers, things like that. So the 3 Servant of the Conduits are for 2 reasons. One, they're to make a little bit extra energy for the Harness Lightnings and the Aether Hubs, right? Because we are playing 5 colors, so having Aether Hub turned on is important. Also, turn 4 Lily, reanimate Void Winner or reanimate Noxious Gearhulk is pretty good. And then on top of that, also just having a body in the early game can be good sometimes. Now, for extra removal spells, we have the 1 Cut to Ribbons, because I think it's a bit better than Harness Lightning in this deck. The fact that we can cast Ribbons is awesome, plus the fact that this is always 4, where Harness Lightning is sometimes 3. The thing is that we need the Harness Lightnings, though, in order to be able to play the Aether Hubs. Like, we can't just play Aether Hub, we need some other things that create energy, and I found that, like, just Servants isn't enough, so I play Servants, Lightnings, and Hubs. Now, getting into the things we're trying to reanimate. So we have 1 Gonti. It's very good in basically every matchup. I mean, it's great in the creature matchups. It's good in the control matchups. We have 1 Honored Hydra, because we can discard it. We don't necessarily have to bring it back, and it embalms. We have an Ishkana, because we are frequently hitting Delirium. I mean, we have 5 walkers in the main deck. We have sorceries, instants, creatures, and artifacts, of course. So we are frequently hitting... We do have 6 creature types or whatever, or 5 types, so we are frequently hitting Delirium for Ishkana. We have 3 Noxious Gearhulks, which are just great in all creature matchups. We have 1 Combustible Gearhulk that is fantastic in the control matchup mostly. It's just a huge threat. They either let us draw 3 and they have to deal with a 6/6, or they sometimes, you know, sometimes they'll hit Gearhulk Winnower and they're just dead. We have 2 Torrential Gearhulks for the Anguished Unmakings, the 2 Harness Lightnings. We can also get a Grapple with the pass from it. There's also some things in the board we can get, like we can get a Dissenter's Deliverance, etc. And then the 1 Void Winnower is just a shutdown against Marvel. They can't cast Ulamog, they can't cast Marvel. Game over. Now, how do we get these things from our hand into our graveyard? So we have 4 Grapple with the Past, put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard, then you may return a creature or land card from your graveyard to your hand. Now, what people don't understand about this card generally is that if you draw this on turn 14 and you have 3 Noxious Gearhulks in your graveyard, you can just go get one of those. It doesn't have to be one of the cards you flip over with the Grapple, so it's very good. The 2 Cathartic Reunion, 3 Tormenting Voice split is just Tormenting Voice a little better than Cathartic Reunion. It's not as bad against counter spells and stuff like that. And then the 4 Traverse is we do have Delirium often, so in the early game being able to go get a land, and in the late game being able to go get a Gearhulk or a Winnower or a Gonti is just a little bit better overall than playing a Tune with Aether. Now, to bring things back, we have the 2 Refurbish for our 6 artifacts, right? Our 6 Gearhulks. This started as a Refurbished Gearhulk deck, but I think it's kind of formed more into like a mid-rangey deck now, and I kind of like the spot that it's in. I'm worried that when I was building it, it was going way too far, just like it was getting way too close just to being Black-Green Delirium, and that's not really what I wanted. So keeping the torrentials, the combustibles, the refurbishes kind of keeps it from that, and it's also kind of a cool package. The 3 Lilianas are excellent. They bring everything back. They play offense, they play defense, and the Ever After, it's just a one of. We only have 10 creatures that we're really Ever Aftering for, so it's not always, like, a second one wouldn't be live, but the first one's always live. Going to the sideboard, we have the Radiant Flames, obviously, for aggro. We have the Painful Truce, the Gonti, the Transgressors, the Chandra for control, the Never to Return for the creature matchups, the Void Winnower for Marvel, the Dissenter's Deliverances for Marvel and Mardu, and the World Breaker for some of that stuff as well. So this is kind of the deck. I think it's really sweet. Hopefully you agree with me, and hopefully you enjoy watching the game. So I'll see you for round number 1. Stick around. See you then.